So, before all the BS happened with, Kara Johnson Miles, I was trying my best to work together with Miss Shelley and try to get help. She decided to play victim because of Kara Johnson Miles. And there are many people who are aware of this. Many people who didn't come forward. Many people who said absolutely nothing. I recorded conversations between myself and Katie Cahill, and myself and Mandy Hughes, and myself and Alyssa Rainwater. And I'm glad I did it. The problem is, it's on a computer that I don't have access to. Having a place to work on it and not having access to the evidence is a pain in the ass. People kept telling me in the jails, "Oh, you're safe here, you're safe here." No, I'm not. I can't defend myself in the jails because I don't have the access to the evidence. I don't have the ability to sit down and write down everything that I need to and go through it and put the names and the dates and the parts that they always pretend that I'm making no effort because I can't remember all of that. They took advantage of that a lot by officers such as Lolatai not telling me their names. And when I'd call to try to find out their names, they wouldn't tell me. I had to find out from a guy named Colorado Donkey Watch. I was watching a video and I noticed that the officer who had assaulted me in January was on that video. And in the video, he does exactly the same thing. Refuses to give his name. That's against the law. A lot of officers did that. Or they'd take advantage of the fact that I didn't have a writing utensil and couldn't remember their names. I told them I needed a writing utensil. I needed them to write their names down, or I needed something so I could write it down myself. Miss Shelley, here's the thing. You accused me of doing things that I didn't do, while people were actually doing those things to me. Primarily yourself and your wingnuts. Alicia Bollinger and her wingnuts. Ted Bollinger and his wingnuts. And Shelley and her wingnuts. The police at no point in time took me seriously. They never do. That's what it's like to be homeless. The police don't care about you. You're not a human being. Not unless somebody with a house goes in with you. Somebody who's got a roof over their head. I should not have been cast out into homelessness. I shouldn't have had my disabilities exploited my entire life to disable me, and it does disable me. When you're screaming, or you're treating me like I'm a piece of shit for asking for help, or treating me like shit because police won't do their jobs, or because I don't have the finances to do what it is that you want me to. This is difficult for me because I'm tired of getting treated like shit because it doesn't turn out the way that you want it to. It's not going to turn out the way that you want it to if you don't pay attention to what's going on. What's going on is I am under a serious amount of stress, and I needed a safe place to go. My own environment. Not being stuck subservient in somebody else's environment, especially strangers and people with a history of abusing me. The people that I got rid of in Virginia in 2016 were all people who had harmed me, emotionally as well as physically. It's that emotional harm that does the most damage. Lana, Amanda, Miss Jerry, my dad, Candace. I got rid of all of them when I was in Virginia. I removed them from my life for a reason, and I should not have had to go back to any of those people for help. The law should have done their jobs. The police should have done the job that they're paid to do. If the disabled can just be run through because they don't have the means to defend themselves, then we need to just put them down like dogs, and that's what I'm asking for me. I wasn't allowed at any point in time to defend myself. I need to be put down like a dog. I don't need to be on this planet getting treated like shit because I'm suicidal by people who claim to care about me. Oh, I can't help you, blah, blah, blah. See, they just keep getting hung up on the part where I'm suicidal as all fuck all the time. Never mind the reasons why. Oh, Sean, I don't see a reason to help you just for you to kill yourself. Well, you know what? I wouldn't want to kill myself if you helped me. Helped me how I needed. Before it was too late. People promising and promising and promising and dragging their feet. Meanwhile, I can't get a public pretender to do their fucking job for the life of me. Yeah, I need my life to be over, or I need housing. It's something that I should have had when Natalie died. And if it hadn't been for me having to choose between my friends and a place in Nebraska where it's just a fucking shitty environment, well, that shitty environment may be completely devoid of friends, but at least that shitty environment, apartment number 107 in Hilltop in Chapel, Nebraska, at least I didn't have people knocking on my door all the time. At least I could leave when I needed to go take a walk, and I had internet access. And I could have saved up the money that I was getting from disability to be able to do stuff like make photocopies and go to the library. I could have gone to the library in Chapel. But the officer Lolatai assault prevented me from having any of that. And although I'd moved out of Hilltop about a month and a half earlier, fact is, I needed help. The things that were done to me should not be done to anyone. And people who wanted to tell me I should have done this and I should have done that, when I gave them a small taste of it, they reacted the same way I did. When people start throwing baseless, shitty assumptions at me, I leave. I don't want to be there. I get anxiety because now I have to walk on pins and needles and friggin' eggshells. When I left Virginia in 2016, I was done with Natalie. I was done with Maddie. I was done with Alicia. I still had other people I could go see. And that was important to me. But when I got back to Boulder and I had to deal with the bullshit I had to deal with, I needed help. I needed people to not blow me off like they'd been doing since I hurt my back. And people are like, well, Sean, you should have said something. I tried. You were busy talking over me. And that's the point of being overwhelmed. I mean, I'm in an overwhelming environment now. But I have to remain calm. I have to be happy all the time. I can't be angry. I can't be sad. Or I'm a bad person. Meanwhile, y'all get to see people in your lives. You can leave when you want. You can go when you want. You're not dependent on just one or two people who may or may not be the most positive people for you to be around. and that's it. Like, if you're from Boulder and you go to Arizona and you know one or two people there and they're both alcoholics and they're both assholes, yeah, that's probably not a positive environment for you. But I know what real harassment is because I've been really harassed. You're gonna accuse me of doing something I didn't do. Don't be pissed off when I do it. That's your stupid.